I was a hopeless romantic. All of my life, I was a hopeless romantic. What do you hear when you hear that phrase? For me, it's somebody often seen as naive or focused on the pageantry of love versus the core of love. So, having been that from a young age, 14, 15, 16 years old, never having found love until my 40s, until I was 42. I'm 43 now, a year into that relationship. One thing that I've had to learn is if you long for something long enough, you create an image and a feeling of what it is or what it could be based off what life gives you. So a lot of that are the pageantry, the elaborate, the grand gesture types of love. And then when you find love and there is difference in that feeling, you often might think, oh, this is wrong. So the picture of what it was and what it is can be different, but that doesn't mean it's wrong. And it's because love settles. At least that's how I view it. There is a newness and a freshness to being in love at the beginning. There is an understanding of learning about that person and understanding who they are. And a lot of those feelings still remain for me. I don't want you to feel as if Max and I have lost a spark or a flame or whatever it may be. But too often people are focused on the sparkler kind of love versus the fireplace kind of love. And the sparkler kind of love gives a spark, but the ember dies down. The other type of love, while the spark is able to light and ignite, it is through the work and it is through time that it builds that roaring fire that I want in my life. And for me, the base principle of love that I didn't know I needed was safety. I didn't know that I needed to feel safe emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, all of those things. And Max brings that. There is a depth and a calmness to who he is and in his spirit that just makes me feel safe. And I am so grateful for that. So, to those who are seeking after love and maybe they've never had it, understand that potentially your picture might be different of what is. There are so many parts of the picture of what I envisioned that have come true, and I've been able to just see that in my life, and it's been beautiful. And there are other things that I've realized I had made up differently in my mind than what they actually are. And then there are other things for which the reality is far more beautiful than I ever could have imagined. And so I just think it's important to understand that there's going to be a spectrum of what you experience in a new relationship, and then as that relationship progresses. I continue to see beautiful things every day that remind me of how lucky I am to be in love, and I hope that he sees that with me. And I hope that if you're seeking, you find it.